All right, what's up, everyone? Another edition of Jammers Wrestling Magazine Collection here. Today, we're going to be taking a look at...
Phil, this isn't Jammers Wrestling. This is New Apartment Radio.
Oh,
You're on the wrong show.
Crap! Again, I did this again. Oh, right. Sorry. Let me do that over again, folks. Welcome to another edition of New Apartment Radio Broadcast. Is that it? Broadcast? Or is it podcast? My God, what is this, folks? I'm messing this up all the time. So this isn't a radio station either?
No. Although, you might be.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
confused.
It's another edition of the New Apartment Radio Podcast. I'm Bill here along with the producer, Jackson, as you know, and we're joined once again with our special guest, Race from Racing the Roundabouts.
Woo!
That's right. And Matt from the Dick King Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be back again.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. And, of course, today is a very, very special day because we are all celebrating the birth of Matt's child.
What?
What?
You have a child?
This is
Congrats.
actually news to me. Bill,
Yeah.
how do you know I have a child?
Because you're...
I mean,
Because he's having this.
I'm having your child right now. I'm giving birth.
I see the head.
If you see my head,
That's the wrong kind of head.
It's crowding.
Oh my God! Oh no! Actually, today is just a random day of various random talk when it comes to music, when it comes to everything. So, Jax, I need to know right now what is going on with the Drake and Kendrick situation. Anything else?
So it was actually funny. The last episode we did, we recorded two episodes.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And we released them. I think the one where we talked about the Kendrick stuff, we released that week.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the end of the beef. There's been nothing since, I don't think. Like, there's been a few extra things. Like, I know that Drake's bodyguard got shot. Like, someone went to his place and shot the bodyguard. And I know I think Drake's moved to France. I don't know if it was for vacation or he permanently moved. But besides that, nothing.
Wow.
Like, it's been radio silence. I think the last song that Drake had released was like a white flag. But I think Kendrick stopped making stuff. I think they're behind the scenes. They kind of said, we're done.
We're done. Wow. Well, it definitely got both
Although
their names.
it's funny because there's been so many remixes on YouTube from these songs, like people doing their own verses and whatnot, that there's a few YouTube reactors that I watch that have been beefing. So it's kind of funny watching those.
Nice.
Yeah, not the last song Kendrick released, Not Like Us, that has become a club hit. It's been played like crazy over the past few weeks, and it's gonna be played all summer. It's just in clubs and
really
and whatnot. It's because it's such a banger. It's a really bouncy, really catchy tune, but it's criminally destructive to Drake's character. It's like called him a pedophile, called him a colonizer, he said he likes minors, and it's so funny.
Well, that's something, definitely. I'm glad their beef is it's good to kind of get that taken care of now. I think it would have turned into real ugly, maybe a Tupac Biggie situation.
Yeah, or a Nas and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Wow.
For me, my big deal lately is I've purchased some new vinyls along with the girlfriend here, Melissa. We got some new ones. We actually picked up 3 Shinedown vinyls recently. That would be Leave a Whisper, The Sound of Madness, and Threat to Survival.
yeah, I see them right there. You got them on your
That's
rack.
right. Yeah, they're up there.
With Matt.
What's that?
Trying to catch up with Matt.
Well,
Yeah.
I like Shinedown. I really do. I do like them, and I didn't want to step on Matt's.
Let's say the album you had was their least popular.
Yeah, which I loved the most, Us and Them. I thought that was a great album. That album, they kind of sound almost like Soundgarden at times. They have a Chris Cornell vibe to that album, actually, which is okay. Speaking of which, we also have all the first 4 Soundgarden albums now, I believe, too, on vinyl. So we've hit a vinyl thing lately because, deals have come up, sales have come up. We have all 9 Britney Spears.
Yeah, you bought that all in one swoop.
Yeah, it's crazy because they're like $30 each. And $30 each, I know, sounds like a lot of money, but it's not when it's vinyls.
Really not, especially nowadays where most vinyls are $40 to $50 for one LP.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So that's on my era of music. What's coming for me? I bought the Art of Dying CD.
Speaking of buying,
Hey, speaking of buying
Race is
vinyls,
buying
go on
vinyl right
Amazon.
now.
Right now.
Well, okay, so Race, what are you getting right now?
I don't know.
he's looking up.
I just hop on Amazon,
I was
look
gonna
up
say,
the same few bands, and see if anything's on sale.
Anytime we hang out, he's just scrolling looking for more vinyls to purchase.
Led
Well-
Zeppelin one was $25, so
Well,
I
so you
picked
did.
that
We got
up.
the Cypress Hill.
We did. We got Cypress Hill, their third album, which of course had the diss track to Ice Cube on it called, I think it's called No Rest for the Wicked or something like that. Yeah. That was, so the story behind that is, and again, we're talking about rap beef. Let's go back 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Ice Cube heard a beat that Cypress was going to use. He stole the beat, made it his own. Cypress was like, well, fuck you, O'Shea Jackson. We're going to do a rap diss to you. And man, did they diss him good in that rap track. And it's
Didn't he come back with something?
He did,
nasty
he did.
Too?
Yeah.
I forget what that song
He
was.
did. He dissed Cypress back. Now, back then, to get the diss out, took a little bit longer because there wasn't on.
Yeah, you need to hear it. You need to get the.
Yeah, there wasn't
album,
no
you need to hear
internet
it,
of
yeah.
just say, let's upload the
And they
diss.
can't just do one song,
Right.
Unless they do it like a mixtape
Yeah,
or whatnot.
so back then the disc was on an album that you get to hear for the rest of your life. You don't hear it just for the brief moment that
yeah,
it's
no
popular.
Vaseline. That was it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no Vaseline was his disc towards Dre.
Was it? I don't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah. So Dre and Cube got in beef with each other.
that doesn't surprise me.
Mhm.
I think like everyone hated Dre after he left.
Yeah, Cube left NWA and did his
Yeah,
own
yeah.
thing. And then that's when Dre, because it's actually in that movie that came out too, Straight Outta Compton. Have
Yeah,
you seen that movie yet?
I have not.
Watch
I think I've watched clips of it.
I think you'd like it because
But, yeah.
it's pretty much realistic. Did you see it?
No.
No, you never saw Straight Outta Compton?
No, I didn't.
It's pretty good.
I swear
Ice
I've
Cube
seen
in it?
some clips on it.
It's a long movie, but it's pretty much how Dre and Snoop Dogg and Eazy-E and Ice Cube and all of them came to be. And they actually have Ice Cube's son playing Cube, so he looks
I was
just
gonna say,
like him.
I thought there were people that looked like
yeah,
him
O'Shea
playing it.
Jr. What's that? All in the Family by Korn is what Melissa put. Oh no! Oh yeah, but they're that's not a real
I know
diss
it's not the
though.
same
No,
thing,
no.
but it's a diss. Like it's.
Well, yeah, they're dissing each other, but it's not like
in a fun.
in a fun way. The stuff. Well, no, I don't know what you meant by that. The stuff though those rappers were dissing back in the day, that was legit heat. They were.
Oh yeah.
They hated each other. Yeah. Yeah, no Vaseline was the meaning of he was taking it in the ass with Vaseline. That's the point. And I don't even know how Cube and Dre got back together again. They did. And
Did they? I don't think they did.
yeah, because they did Natural Born Killers song for the soundtrack Murder Was the Case. Where Cube and Dre both had shaved heads, bald, and looked like kind of had the Tupac Shakur look to
Maybe,
them.
yeah. I mean, I know Dre at some point made what's the song? What's the difference? I think where he was like saying like "fuck the beef," I'm so cool with you, whatnot, and
Yeah. And I found out something too. While we're on this rap talk, Eminem wrote the entire song for "Forgot About Dre." Like
yeah, oh yeah. He
Yeah.
wrote, and he was supposed to be for Snoop Dogg. It was supposed to be Dre and Snoop Dogg, but Dre was like, "Nah, you go on this."
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wrote it for Snoop Dogg because at the time everyone was like, I think it was whatever it was going on. He was like, everyone's leaving you. Let's get you and Snoop Dogg
Yeah.
on this thing. And
Yeah.
Dre was like, "No, this sounds good as what he wrote, like what his
Yeah.
verses and whatnot he put on it." So they just kept
Wow.
them on it.
That's very cool. Snoop Dogg's rap is very, and we talked about this. I tried listening to his first album, and it's just I just can't relate to it. It's just about
His features are better than any other song he's made because I don't like any of his standalone songs, but his features on like Dre or the one song he did with M, they're really good.
yeah. Most of the songs are just about smoking weed and
They are.
girls. I mean, I like girls. Don't get me wrong, but I can't relate to what he's singing about. It's just
No.
like, yeah.
To be fair, that's kind of what it was back then, right? It was like
Yeah.
drugs, girls.
I can't relate to girls.
gangsters,
Nope.
stuff like that. Like even Biggie stuff, but at least with like Biggie and Tupac, they made it more artistic.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Snoop Dogg was just straight with it.
Oh
He was
yeah,
very raw with it.
he's. I think Snoop Dogg only put out like a few albums too. Everything
Oh,
else
he
he
has
did was.
quite a lot of albums.
Does he have a lot? I always feel like he only put out a few, and
There's only
everything
a few
else.
good ones.
He likes the feature on songs.
That's what I
I've
say.
never
Everything
seen
else.
that
Remember
one.
him and
No.
what was his big hit? If
Oh,
Drop
shit.
It Like It's Hot. Drop
Yeah.
It Like It's Hot.
Oh yeah, with
With Pharaoh or
Pharrell,
whatever his name.
Pharrell
is.
Yeah.
Williams.
Pharrell, that's
Yeah.
it. For
No, it seems
Pharaoh, the
yeah.
Pharaoh.
Definitely in the 2010s, he was like featured in a bunch of
Yeah,
songs
with,
like
like-
Katy Perry, California Girls,
Yeah, Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think his biggest song that's just him is Nothing But a G thing. G thing.
Pump Pump was pretty
Oh.
big.
Oh,
Or
he
Gin
also-
and Juice.
Yeah.
He also did a song with Psy, too.
With
Yeah.
who?
Psy,
Who's that?
Sorry.
Gangnam Style guy.
Yeah.
Gangnam Style guy.
Oh, that's his.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, I know everyone kind of did after.
Yeah, everyone did.
He's kind of a one-hit wonder, but
Wasn't he still huge in Korea?
Oh yeah, he's
yeah,
well,
he's huge
bigger-
in Korea. But that song Gangnam Style just blew up all
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah, he disappeared for a
Um,
few years, and now he's back to being a bit more
then
popular because of K-pop and whatnot.
Like, yeah, he tried staying relevant with Snoop. Like he did the collab with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
The song was called Hangover.
Mhm.
Oh, he had that second song, Gentleman.
Gentlemen, I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, came out with Gangnam Style first, and then he did
Gentleman. That's the other hit.
Gentleman
Yeah,
is his other hit, and he's tried to stay relevant by partnering with Snoop Dogg and did Hangover. They did another song with Snoop Dogg called Daddy, apparently, but that didn't go over well.
Did he? He did a song with Will.i.am. What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
and Ed
yeah.
Sheeran.
No,
Oh,
no,
that's
he
a
started.
remix.
He started partnering with a bunch of people, like I said, trying to stay
Yeah, he
relevant and
kinda-
stay famous,
yeah.
but it didn't work.
Yeah, until recently when K-pop blew up, he started to come back.
Yeah,
'Cause
with
he-
K-pop, yeah, he's kind of come back.
Yeah, because he's doing collabs with other K-pop artists.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, which kind of makes more sense.
Oh
Thinking
yeah,
about
yeah.
it now, yeah. But yeah, definitely Gangnam Style is the song he's most recognized
for
for,
sure.
obviously.
Well, it was the most viewed video on YouTube for
Yeah,
like
at the
forever.
time. Yeah.
Was it
No, he was the first YouTube video to get over 1 billion
Yeah.
views
yeah.
at the time
Yeah.
in 2012.
And then Despacito was the first to get 2, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
That song blew up even more than
I don't like that song. I never liked Despacito. It was really annoying after like the third time I heard it.
yeah. I think the one with Justin Bieber where he featured in
Yeah, I forgot that they did that.
it was the one that got most famous.
So I got something fun to do now. The other night, well, not the other night, like maybe a few weeks ago, when our buddy Zeke Zanzibar was here, we're talking about grunge music, and I put up 90s grunge in Google, okay, and a list of all the bands that came up. I'm going to read them all off to you, because some you're going to be like, what? Okay, this is what's Google.
I'm already, it's Google. I already know.
So I'll go through them all. Here we go. And we can go yay or nay.
It's Google, not God.
Yeah, I know. Nirvana,
Sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Soundgarden.
Yes.
Well, they
Can't say I really
more or
listen
less.
to a lot of Soundgarden.
Like,
I can't say
at
yay or nay.
first.
well, Soundgarden was grunge. Yes, they were.
Bad Motorfinger was grunge.
Yes.
I don't know about RS.
Temple of the Dog,
Sure.
Alice in Chains, No.
That's metal.
Pearl Jam,
Sure.
Yeah.
Skin Yard. I've never even heard of.
No idea.
Linyard,
No,
Skin
haven't
Yard.
heard of that
Yeah, yeah. Skin Yard. They were around from 85 to 93. Are they even on Spotify?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's
Yeah.
a huge band.
I know, right? With the whole 37,000 monthly listeners, which, I mean, it's fair enough, but
Wow.
Hey, maybe this is the greatest band of all time. Anywhere now.
The next band we have is Mudhoney, which, yeah, they're grunge. Green River, Mother Love Bone,
Mhm.
which I still don't think we're grunge to this day. I remember I played that song for
Yeah,
you. It
it's
doesn't
like
sound
punk,
grunge, yeah. Stone Temple Pilots is in that
First
category. Sure, the first album's very grungy. After that, I'd say
no, it's
nothing.
like rock, just
Yeah.
generic rock.
Yep. Screaming Trees, which, okay, they're from Seattle area, I believe. Hole, which is Courtney Love's band. The Melvins are punk, because that's Kurt Cobain's favorite band and best friend, Buzz Melvin. Mad Season. I don't understand this. It says till 2015, Lane Staley was the lead singer, so I'm guessing they must have replaced the singer to continue
I guess,
with
yeah.
music. Grun Truck or something like that. Grun Truck. I don't know. I don't even know that band. See, Grun, Gruntruck.
Run truck.
Grun Truck.
Huh.
Are they on Spotify?
Yep.
Oh, they are. What's their deal?
Another massive band.
Another massive band with the whole 3 albums.
How many listens? A lot?
They have
Or?
an album in 2017 apparently. It's in 1991, 1992, and then two in 1992 and then 2017.
Oh wow.
The biggest song is 5 million.
Sometimes Spotify just lies about when it's released.
Yeah.
I've
We got,
figured it out.
we got Tad, which is grunge. I do know of them. Silverchair, they
No.
perceived as
I
grunge.
don't think so.
Not
Frog
really.
Stomp was grungy,
Yeah.
and that was it. This is a good one, and your dad will get a kick out of this one. The presidents of the United States.
Definitely
They're not
not.
grunge.
They're like
They're not. No.
They're
alternative rock
weird.
or
Yeah,
something.
they're weird
Yeah.
bluesy rock.
I'm gonna ignore the bands I don't know because I know you're not gonna know them
I'm not gonna know
too.
'em either.
No. Bush. Their first
Not
album was
really.
grungy. That's it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even say
not
they're
even that.
grunge.
It's kind of like just esque, right? Grunge.
Smashing
I don't
Pumpkins.
think so.
No,
No.
that's just rock.
L7. You like L7? Are they
They're-
grunge or are they metal?
They had kind of a grungy sound, sort of. I'd say more metal though.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought L7
Yeah.
was a metal
I
band.
can
Look up
see-
L7.
I can see why
It's
they're
like the letter
saying
L and then the number 7. Yeah.
that. I can see why they're
No idea who
saying
this is.
that,
Are they?
No.
Does anything come up for them?
It's on Spotify. I have no idea who these are.
What are they classified though as like a category?
I just saw it. Punk rock.
Yeah, punk.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Foo Fighters.
Then what? Okay, that's just because of Nirvana. That's literally just
Exactly.
because Dave
Yeah.
Grohl, even
Yeah.
though they're clearly a rock band.
Here's a good one. And again, I think your dad would get a kick out of this because I know he's going to know this band too. Jane's Addiction.
I don't know them.
They're like Chili Peppers. They're not.
they're funk rock.
Yeah, apparently they're grunge music. I don't get it. Garbage. Now you've listened to
I
Garbage.
don't think.
What's
I
that?
think they just lumped them into that category because at the time grunge was in, and when their debut album hit.
That sounds about right. We got Veruca Salt as well in that, which I don't think
I
are
don't think
grunge.
so.
They're metal rock for sure. Soul Asylum. Days of the New.
I don't know them.
You don't know them?
Sounds
They're not.
familiar.
Days of the New came out in 1995. Grunge died in 94.
Yeah.
How are they grunge?
Unless you're just trying to imitate it.
Yeah, the Toadies. No, Days of the New sound nothing like grunge.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Toadies
but that's
were
fine.
since 1989.
Yeah, Toadies,
Really? I didn't know
Candlebox. Oh, Tool.
that. No,
Huh?
that's
Huh?
not
Like
grunge.
the metal band Tool.
Yeah,
That is not grunge.
Yeah.
New.
Tool.
Prog metal.
Yeah.
It's not grunge.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's grunge about them.
Tool. Here's another one for you. The Rollins Band, Henry Rollins.
No.
They're metal. They're freaking metal.
Metal. My brother liked the
Yeah. Everclear, which is an alternative rock band. Butthole Surfers, Blind Melon. These are I don't understand Google. Like, I don't know where they're getting this from.
It's probably somebody it's probably just search results. So somebody searched up the band and put grunge next to it or whatnot.
I guess, but it's hilarious.
A lot of those
Yeah.
bands I haven't even heard of.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole list here of names. Like, have you ever heard of Dandelion?
No.
Have you ever heard of Eric's Trip?
No.
No.
No. What about Alien Boys?
No.
No.
Alien Boys?
Aliens?
Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Aliens. Can you believe it?
Christ.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if they can hear that.
I don't know. Let's find out. I'm going to interview Arnold Schwarzenegger right now. Arnold, what? Do you like being on the show?
Absolutely, yeah.
Arnold, do you believe in aliens?
Aliens?
Yes, aliens. Do you believe in them?
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you, Arnold, for coming out here today. Do you have any last words?
Oh.
Wow. Thank you.
Arnold.
He got his pecker stuck in the zipper.
Jesus Christ. Something wrong with you, Bill.
I know. This. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this podcast, a few of us have still been into some alcoholic beverages. Would you
Yes.
say? Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That is what those are.
Yes,
they are
they are.
alcoholic and they are
So-
beverages.
We're having a blast here on this edition of New Apartment
Radio.
Broadcast, Podcast,
Oh,
Jammers Wrestling Magazine
Okay,
Collection.
edit that
It's all
out.
the same.
Bill's never been the
Sam.
same since he hit his head at work.
You know what's funny? Last night I hit my head at work. This is a true story.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Really?
No,
Tell me this.
yeah, I did. I bent down to pick up the case of water, and I put my head up and slammed into the top of the metal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful what you're doing.
Oh
that.
yeah, I was walking. I'm thinking, am I bleeding? I didn't look, but I was like, whatever. If someone says I'm bleeding, then I'll know.
I can see a
But
bit of your brain sticking out still.
that I
actually.
was bleeding. Yeah.
You ever hit your head on a metal safe? Narcotics? That fucking hurts.
Folks, you've heard it here first. No, I haven't. I remember there was a guy at work that smashed. Remember his name was Ryan. He smashed his head on that back door. You know the door you throw the garbage in.
Oh, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
the
compactor?
mill
Yeah,
thing,
he put his
compactor.
head up and slammed into it and
Oh,
sliced his
crack,
head.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and he was wearing a hat too, and it still sliced it.
Yeah,
Really?
it's just straight like
Metal.
this
Yeah,
thin
pointy
piece of-
metal.
yeah.
Dude, everything in that back room is sharp and out to get you.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Doug makes
definitely.
us touch it.
The boxes got me. I stuck my hand in a box to grab something, and I got a paper cut on my nail bed,
Like underneath the nail.
like right up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to
No.
get up down on our tennis shots too because of that.
Man,
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. I
Yeah.
probably should go and look for a tetanus shot. It's been a while since I don't even know when I'm supposed to get it again.
It's every 10 years.
I know, but I don't remember the last time I got it.
Go to your doctor if they either have records or they probably
You were a
need one.
baby?
No, you get it every 10
No,
years.
you start the
just
first
get a
one,
few just to be
you
sure.
get the first
Yeah.
one when you turn 18 or 16 or something,
Yeah.
and then every 10 years after.
I think I got mine. So
Well, if I got it when I was 26, then I must have got it when I was 36, probably. I probably still have a few more years to go. I'll
Probably wouldn't hurt
I'm
to
due
go there
now.
and
I
check.
know
Yeah.
that because it was 17, I think, when I got my last one.
What happens if you get, if you don't get it? Like, if
You
you,
just have to go in and get a tetanus.
no, I mean, what happens to your body? There's got to
if
be
you
something.
get tetanus,
Yeah.
you like, I don't know, you die.
So.
You
I
get
thought you
lockjaw.
Yeah,
You
you
get
lockjaw.
forever?
Well, I don't know if it's forever, but that's what tetanus is.
So it's like,
you get
Yeah, but like I always
Your
hear when
joints are
somebody
fucked.
unaccidentally hurts
You get-
himself, they're like, I should go and get a tetanus shot.
Yeah, because you don't want
you
to
can
get
get
lockjaw.
it. You can get it if you get cut by rusty things. You can get the shot and it'll help.
Mm.
Because that's what they say. Like when I stepped on a nail when I was a kid, and they said if you get cut by another rusty thing, get a tetanus shot.
Yeah, so you can get
It is a reactive thing. You can't
well,
do.
it's still better to get before you.
Oh yeah, the vaccines
Yeah.
help better if it's before.
All right, so now the other thing I want to talk about, I'm going to do it right now, is there's this new punk band that came out, and I don't even know their names. I don't really care. I don't want to put them over, but they're pro transgender, they're pro gay, they're pro lesbian, and they're acting like this is something new in music and in punk rock.
Huh?
It's not. Fat Mike
that
from
is
No
what- that is
Effects.
punk entirety.
Yeah, Fat Mike from No Effects has been singing about transgenders and gays and lesbians from as early as the late 80s into the 90s. Fat Mike wears a dress on stage when he plays with No Effects. This isn't new.
That's
And
what punk is all about. It's
exactly. So this band, if I've heard the clips of the songs, it sounds like I don't know, they're trying to
they're just making a gimmick out of it.
they're trying to feed into what's popular, like,
Oh, okay.
you know, hate this era, love this era, and not I'm not even talking about gays, lesbian. I mean, like, just in a political sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And all the punk rockers right now are coming out like, what are you doing? This
Making
is
a fool of yourself.
yeah, you're making a fool of yourself. The Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols is like, when we started the Sex Pistols, we never thought we'd see a day where we would start to side with the opposite
with the
political
conservatives,
thing
yeah.
than we originally did,
Yeah.
because the other ones are being so forced. And I get what he's saying. This band sounds like the government created them to say this. Meanwhile,
Probably did.
true punk rockers are like, well, we've been saying this for years, just no one's listening to us because the government made it so punk rock sounded like it's bad, don't listen to them.
Yeah.
And now it's
Now it's a trendy thing.
yeah. And this band, I saw a clip of their video. They're wearing a dress, they're acting like females and they're males, and that's not even the issue. I don't care. The issue is, don't be preaching something that punk bands have been preaching for years and try to come off now like it's new. It's not new. It's been happening for years. You can listen to any No Effect. No Effects has songs about lesbians and gays constantly in a positive note, not a negative way, a positive way. So don't come at me now with your woke agenda when it's not woke because that's been around for years.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
No. And it just irks me that this is how punk rock is being seen.
They're just jumping on the bandwagon.
They are. And it's so dumb. Speaking of which, I started thinking about punk music. And it's going to bring us into Green Day. It's going to bring us into The Offspring because I'm curious because of you. You like that stuff, Matt, and I know you do too, Jackson. I think there's two types of punk when you look at it. There is the punk that is political in the sense we're going to preach and sing about what's happening in the world. And those are usually the lower, like, not the
popular.
Yeah, the not mainstream punks. Mm-hmm. Then you get bands that sound like punk, like Blink-182, who sing about like poo-poo and pee-pee. You know what I mean? They're not singing about things that are going to change the world.
Yeah.
They're singing about random.
I think there's three kinds of punk in that
What's
case.
that one?
There's the extreme, like very much anti-government and liberal, whatever. The people that are not as popular.
Yep.
There's the pop punk, which is like they have those same lyrics, but they don't. Who knows if they actually mean it? And like Blink-182, whatever, because they definitely have songs that are that kind of sound like. And then there's a middle where their message is liberal and whatnot, but they don't directly say it. So bands like Green Day, bands like Offspring, they don't directly say it, but not often, but their messages are clearly there. That's what it is. Like American Idiot, the whole message is that, but it's not like, except for the title track, it's not directly, hey.
Well, yeah, that's true.
This, that, whatever.
That is true. That is American. That was directed to George W. Bush. They actually released at the time 2 punk CDs called Rock Against Bush to get rid of Bush out of power. It didn't work. Bush ended up getting voted back in, ironically, which was funny. But just funny because it was like they went to this trouble and it backfired. And I ended up with 2 great CDs of punk music. So that worked out for me. But yeah, it's funny that, I mean, I know metal bands too get lumped into that where they sing about.
Oh, metal's very liberal.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, it's very liberal. And the few bands that aren't like, there's a few bands that aren't liberal, and then there's a few bands that are like, that come off like people assume are not liberal. For example, Pantera is a very conservative band. They are very much Texan. They are that kind of sound.
Yeah.
And they were from the get-go. But then a band like Falling in Reverse, a lot of people think he's some extreme rightist when he's not. He's left leaning, but he just doesn't give in to the
hoopla,
the alphabet people, hype, whatever else bullshit. But it's really frustrating because I like a lot of the bands on both sides, but I don't want to associate myself with any of them because it's like you would assume I like their beliefs. I'm like, no, I like their music. Fuck their beliefs. I don't give a shit.
And that's a problem nowadays too, where everyone bases like, they say like, well, if you like that, then you must be that. It's like, no, I just like the sound.
Yeah, it's for some reason it's hard for younger people or leftists in general, but younger people especially, to separate the art from the artist.
It's true.
You can, like, for example, this is, I know, a very extreme example, but Hitler's artwork before he became Hitler, like his when he went to art school, it's really good art. That doesn't absolve him of what he's done.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks.
Jackson
loves Hitler and he's a neo-Nazi. He's got the mustache going on right now.
Yeah, just shave it. Yeah.
He's got the hair part and everything. He's like,
but then like a band like Motionless in White, for example, they're very liberal. They have songs about talking about how the left or the right is fascist and blah 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 and blah. I'm like, that's fine. I don't really care what you're talking about. I just like your sound, the stuff you do, and like they have songs that are just more like scary horror, like actually stories, and like I prefer those songs. But
yeah, I get what you're saying. I find with me like Pennywise and Bad Religion sing a lot of political songs, but I feel that their political songs aren't like liberal or Republican. It's more so like, fuck off, government, and do this, you know?
People, right?
Yeah, for the people. Yeah, you know, and I like that. Because it stays right down the middle.
Yeah, and that's what Eminem used to be. It's for the people. Nowadays, he's just woke. Like, he's just left. And I like his rap still, and I think he's much better than he used to be in terms of lyricism. But every bar, like every song on his last album, the one he had a few years ago, every song had at least one bar that was woke.
Which is funny
Just-
because nothing against Eminem, nothing against anything what to say. Eminem used to just pretty much diss gays and diss
Still, he did.
everyone.
He still says it's faggot and whatnot, but he
But-
just
I don't think he really hated gays.
no. It was
No,
it
he
was-
didn't,
it
but-
was-
It's
it
to
was-
be subversive.
But
Yeah.
I'll say this: if you as a person out there, and this is horrible to say, but if you as a person hates gays and you hear Eminem saying how he's going to slash a gay's throat or something, it's almost an anthem for them to do it. It's
For sure,
almost
but he
it's
never-
very
I don't think-
very
I don't know
tricky.
if he ever said that.
Hollywood Undead said that too. They said, speaking of fags, already dropped in the drag who killed him, stuffed his body in the Cadillac, and they had to take that song out of the radio play because of that. And then now they took the whole verse out, like they
Yeah.
don't even sing any of it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of censoring a band
Yeah.
because the audience or the consumers don't have self-control or don't have a brain.
Well, here's the thing too. You say that stuff, and people are like, "Oh, well, this guy hates gays. This guy hates blacks. This guy hates whites. This guy hates Koreans. Whatever it is." Yeah, on movies they don't censor when they kidnap a certain
White
person
dude,
and
yeah,
kill them
yeah.
or whatever. That's just
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Music is entertainment. Movies is entertainment. You
Mhm.
can't try
Well-
to cancel or
Well, sometimes the thing is the songs get political, like we were saying, so they ban them from radio.
That's
you're
fine
saying
if
if they
you ban
talk
it
about-
from the radio, but there's no point in trying to cancel a band because they were telling a message and they took one of the lyrics too literally.
Yeah, well, no, if they're talking about like if they're bashing being gay, you know, they're not gonna play that on the radio because everyone's so pro gay now,
Yeah,
right?
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm not
it's-
against that necessarily.
it's a very gray area of everything. You have to, and it sucks nowadays that people in music have to be careful what they say and when they say it in
Yeah,
a song because it might just create a cancel culture or it
Yeah.
might create a revolution
Yeah,
of horrific surroundings of it's ridiculous now that people have to be so walking on eggshells.
Yeah, we live in an age where you can't be comfortable with what you say. You can't
Yeah.
say stuff with confidence.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
unless it aligns with whatever agenda is pushed.
Your dad posted something on Instagram today, and I gave it a like. It was through a story. It's like a woman saying to a guy, like, "Are you something like I forget what it was, like a woke thing or whatever?" He's like, "No, I'm just a dude who's from 20 years ago or something." And
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
true. It's like I'm the same way when people are like, "Well, don't you get mad at this stuff?" It's like, well, no, because like if the people now. And I think it's the people who might be your guys' age, who are always like in college, who are like woke and trying to change the world. But they didn't live 20 years ago. They don't know what we lived and experienced.
Yeah.
And back then, these people would be going out of their minds right now, knowing what it was like 20 years ago, 25 years
Well, I
ago.
have to say, some people our age have gone
Changed.
to the woke
Yeah,
movement.
they have.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
perfect example is a girl we went to school with named Alicia, who was for the carbon tax.
Yeah. which is
Now,
weird.
how are you for a tax to stop a pollution that you can't stop?
And also that one that even regardless of the tax is going to
I'm
increase.
thinking
Yeah.
she
Gonna stay
must
there.
be well off.
Oh yeah,
Probably,
if you
yeah.
got money, you probably don't care. But like lots of money, like you're just like, oh whatever, we got to stop the carbon tax or stop the pollution. You can't stop pollution. Airplanes are going to be in the air. Trucks are going to be on the road.
There's better way to help the climate than like I kind of understand where they're coming from because like obviously if we don't protect our earth and we don't help that we'll be dead.
No,
in
I get
50
that
years,
too. But we've been doing that for years with recycling and stuff
Yeah.
like that, right?
If
We
this
just-
tax got used to like fund like clean energy or something, that'd
Yeah.
be nice. But
Yeah,
you already know it's
It
just
doesn't
going
go
into
to- it
people's
doesn't go to
pockets.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't go to
How can
nuclear
we
power.
use it?
no,
Yeah, nuclear power is the future.
like
Yeah,
imagine
definitely.
taxing an air. You tax the air. We are
Yeah,
paying.
It's dystopian as fuck.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is, and people are like, "That's a great idea." Really? Well, here, tax. I don't know. I don't know what to tax. Give me money.
these nuts.
Yeah, tax these nuts. Tax these nuts, Trudeau. Tax these nuts.
Tax going to the
You should run
washroom.
for prime
Every time
minister,
you
man.
flush, you
Yeah.
pay towards tax.
No, don't do that. I poop a lot, folks.
Well, thank you for sharing, Bill.
Well, we don't need to
I
tax
just-
every time I
don't-
flush.
I'm kidding. I'm just trying to make.
I know,
a
I
point.
know.
I'm saying
but don't do that.
No.
Well, you know who we should be talking to right now is someone who has been in politics before, and that is Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, God,
Arnold.
Governor of California.
Yeah, Governor of California. Arnold, do you think there should be a tax for carbon tax?
Absolutely, yeah.
What?
Why, Arnold? Why?
Aliens?
You know, Arnold, I don't think you're as smart as you come off as.
Please refresh the page to hear the sounds.
What?
Oh,
To hear the
Arnold's
sounds.
gone.
Arnold.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wait, hold on, Arnold. Where were you the governor at?
The page to hear the sounds.
Oh, I have to refresh.
Dave.
Please refresh.
Maybe they won't work anymore. This is an old thing. Let's see. Arnold, where were you governor at?
California.
Oh, there it is.
California.
California?
California.
Oh, okay. Arnold, so you think we should have a carbon tax then?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. From California. Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
What is it? You don't even know what the carbon tax is?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, you idiot. Where are you from?
America.
Oh,
That's very true.
Sure.
are you from Arizona?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, that's who. Thanks, Arnold, for coming out. Can you have any last words for us?
Bullshit.
Oh, that's,
Bullshit.
wow.
Nice.
That's not very nice at all. Arnold Schwarzenegger, ladies and
Very
gentlemen,
nice.
has left the building. There goes
I know
my mic's down by
I'm sure
my-
that sounded great.
Your science. I forget what you were saying. You were saying something about I forget something about government policies being stupid. I don't remember what.
Well, actually, what I was saying about is, folks, if you want to see the greatest wrestling magazine collection of all time, check out Jammer's Wrestling Magazine collection on YouTube right now. It's got all the stuff you want to see. If you like 80s, 90s, 2000s, check it out. You'll hear a guy named Jammer talk about everything and anything on Jammer's Wrestling Magazine collection.
Wrestling
He
related.
sounds like a
that
nerd
is.
while doing it.
Sounds like what?
He sounds like a nerd while doing it.
Oh, shut up. All right, I got one. Jackson, I got a big question for you. The $1 million question. I want to know it right now. And you have to give me an honest answer. You only have one thing to choose, okay? For the rest of your life. Video games or board games?
It's the dilemma.
Video games, because I can play board games on video games.
Oh, well
There's
done.
Tabletop Simulator, which emulates
Sure.
board games.
Okay. Well, he got me there, folks.
I outsmarted the
You did.
questionnaire.
You
I don't know.
did. That was pretty good.
Well, Jackson was looking at something on his
Oh
laptop.
yeah,
over
so I
there.
pulled up. I don't know if you heard about this. I heard a few days ago. I saw something on Instagram. Bill C-63. I don't know if you heard about this. It came out. It was enacted in February, I think, or I don't know if it's enacted yet, but it's first reading in February. It's basically a bill that they can enact legal action on harmful things you say online. So if you say something online, and it doesn't have to be current, like if you could have said it 10 years ago, and they can fine you or up to jail or time
They
or something.
can't. They
Like,
shouldn't be able to do that.
no,
That's-
this is
bullshit.
libertarian dictatorship levels of
is
that.
that
absolutely.
Canada only?
Yeah, this
yeah.
is Canada. This
Really?
is a
That's
thing.
there.
And
There
this
goes
is
your
this
freedom
is
of
just an
speech.
extension of what they did last year with the Bill C-11.
Where they block what you can see on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
where the government or the companies controlled by the government has control over what you see. And this
Yeah,
is just
yeah, they-
furthering the.
So they took away our freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, we
yeah.
never had it.
Well, I
No,
know,
I mean,
but
yeah, hate speech
The
exists.
illusion
We don't
of
have
it.
freedom of speech.
well, I'm just saying, like, if I
It's-
said something online 15 years ago, it can come back to haunt you now.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is stupid.
That shouldn't be right, yeah.
Especially when-
if you currently said something, sure. It was
Define
I don't
harmful.
think that.
past. Who cares? I guess you know what? They should just take it off the internet then.
No, they want to charge you.
Yeah, they wanna-
they wanna-
Well, what can you get charged
wanna
for?
take
Is it
peop-
like threatening acts of terrorism, or is it just like saying
Hate speech.
Oh, hate
And
speech.
hate
You know
speeches
what? I
could be
would
a
get
pretty
fucking
hefty
lawyer
fine
and I would
and jail
fight that
time.
shit.
The sad
Whatever.
thing with hate speech too now is it's such a great area for that.
Well, yeah, and,
You know?
and the idea of hate speech is like, if anyone comes to Canada now and they ask if we have free speech, we don't. We have restricted speech because
We
hate
used
speech
to.
reverts that. Because hate speech is like, hey, you can say it, but you're going to get fined, which defeats the whole purpose of
So
free speech.
what if we say
Well,
something
purpose of
stupid
Canada.
like, "I hate mushrooms on a pizza"? Is that
If
now?
it's-
it
if-
goes-
it
if
has
someone-
to be like political or.
Well, if someone's offended by it, I'm pretty sure they can make a case.
What?
yeah. No, it's the thing though. If you're offended by it, that's the thing. People
no,
get.
but I mean, like, I think they mean like if you're talking about like.
I know.
Well, that's
I,
the intention, but
Well, I
it's
know
not
that,
used that
but
way.
there's so many people offended by everything
or raping
anymore.
Women, or I don't know.
Well, there goes our next podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is getting
Episode.
taken down.
Podcast
Oh
episode.
wait, sorry, I should have said essay. Sorry.
Raping an essay, yeah. Those Mexican men.
That
You can
sucks,
take
huh?
that out of it.
No, let it in. No one listens to us anyhow, but
Well, apparently, based on this bill, it might come back to haunt you, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
We're gonna get fined. We're gonna jail
I didn't say
time,
anything
we're gonna-
hateful on here.
Have
No,
you?
Not yet.
you didn't.
Not yet.
No, yeah, I will.
Not
Give
yet.
me time. I've had 2 drinks. Give me time.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone get this man another Caesar.
Let me tell you about the blacks. They're good people.
Yes.
Classic Bill.
Classic Bill.
Classic
Always
Bill.
telling the lies.
Speaking of which, about our friends of different culture, Joel has a job at Tim Hortons. He got it just as soon as he
Yeah.
moved there. Here's a job. He works the front counter. He gets to handle the cash. And
Oh
do-
boy.
Yeah.
They brain surgery.
No, but Joel, and this isn't a knock on his culture, it's a knock on him. He's not very smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times
Not the
at
best,
work,
not the brightest.
no,
Not the sharpest tool in the shed.
he had to get explained a lot of things to.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Well, I think when he started at Walmart, he didn't know any English, basically.
Well, even still, even now, like if he was still there, he would still not know shit.
Well,
Which
at
would
least he
help.
can speak the language.
He
a
can
bit
speak the
more.
language, but he can't. Like Doug would tell him something, and he would always mess it up. And it was funny, but for us, but I just
Yeah.
I can't.
I reckon no one understands anything Doug says anyway.
That's true. So Doug, I know what sucks too is like the ones who think they're in charge are well, Doug is in charge technically, and then Kevin is second in charge, and then Tony thinks he's in charge, and you don't
No,
understand
I think
any of
Tony's
it.
behind me.
No, but Tony thinks like he's power
Oh,
trained.
Yeah,
yeah,
Tony's got no power whatsoever, even if you're power trained. But
You know what? I hate it when Tony would do that. Be like, I remember that night he.
yeah,
Oh yeah, and we
Oh,
both
yeah.
went off on him.
yeah, I know. I stuck up for you when he
Yeah,
was basically calling you dummy. Or
yeah. Trying to mansplain to me. It's like, dude, don't even try that. Don't. Like, I don't know what his deal is, but just because he's power trained, he thinks I'm power trained. That doesn't mean jack shit.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It doesn't.
Exactly.
And my thing expires September of 2025, and I'm not renewing it. So screw
Yeah, no
that.
reason to.
They try to get me to. I'll be like, what for? Not to use it?
I
Okay.
think you did that in the first place to keep the job.
I did to get the job. Yeah.
Get the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the time, there's only 3 of us. Tony was supposed to go to Midnights. Wasn't that the deal? Remember that? Tony was supposed to go
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, and then he only did temporary.
Yeah.
He did go to Midnights, but only temporary.
And then they brought him back. But the thing was supposed to be me and Doug were the only ones power trained at the time.
Yeah, they needed
Yep.
somebody else.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now we got Kevin there. So
Yep. Yeah, we got no need for you to be power
pretty
trained
much,
now.
I know. Last night, Doug goes to me. Oh boy, he goes, could you imagine if Joel would have gotten power trained?
Mhm.
I'm like, I know it would have been hell for you. He goes, oh, it's like definitely, because he was not looking forward to that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Don't blame him.
But all right, Matt, what's new with you with music? Anything?
No, actually, I haven't been listening to much music lately because for the last week I've talked about before, I've been sick. So
Yes, me too.
recovering from being sick. Yeah, we've all been sick. A lot of people have been sick at work now. Me and Tony were sick. Then
Well, there's something going around at Walmart. They said, on the day crew. So that's
Some
why.
flu or
Yeah.
something, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a weird call. I thought
Yeah, my
Some
boss had
viral
like
thing.
some kind of cold thing. She said it was allergies, but I'm like,
that's what I'm wondering now. Yeah, I think I thought it was allergies I had too, but maybe I'm starting to think that was a cold or
I
something.
didn't get
viral.
sick, but I wear a mask at work. So every time I don't wear a mask, I get sick. So I always wear a mask now. I never get sick.
I should wear a mask. Maybe I won't.
Yeah, whenever I get sick, I make sure to wear a mask.
I
Just
don't.
to
Fuck, I don't
hopefully
care.
not spread it to someone.
Oh,
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
If it's a cold, I don't give a shit.
yeah, and
Like when
mine.
people see me
Colds are
with a
annoying.
mask, they're like, oh, paranoid.
I just don't want to give it
I
in.
Yeah.
always wear a mask. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
Every time you
I'm not
come in
close
here,
enough to give it to anybody.
Every
Yeah.
I don't, like hug people.
And you
whatnot.
probably noticed on this podcast, I still have a slight cough. It's just like an annoying cough that won't go away now.
Yeah,
But
it happens.
and what about you, Bill? Are you still having any kind of symptoms? Or?
So what happened with me was if anyone out there is experiencing this, please let me know in a comment, 'cause I feel like I was the only one. I ended up working one night in HBA for fans. Wow, for fans. Well, fans of this channel, sure. If you know what HBA is, it's health and beauty. It's like lotions and soaps and shampoos and blah, blah, blah. And the smell of it that night, all those flowers and fragrances got to my nose, it got to my eyes, had the watery eyes, had the chews, the sneezes, and it got into my throat. And I felt it in my throat. And it stayed there. And it sucked. It stayed there for days. And I was just like, I can't get rid of it.
We're not supposed to drink the shampoo.
No, it's just the drippage stayed in my nose or in my throat. I was like, oh my God. So it started to burn on Tuesday. And it wasn't burning in my throat and it wasn't burning in my nose, but like in between, in the back of my throat. So it was like in the upper palate area of my mouth, just burning. And then it broke the next day. And when it broke, that's when I started getting the water coming out of my nose. Every time I bend down, it was like, I had to put Kleenex in it and everything and blow my nose constantly. Yeah. And then that's it. That was all it was. And then it went to, I had a slight cough, didn't I? Or a little cough came, yeah, but I think that was from the drippage of the water.
So it must have been a sinus.
I still think it was sinus, yeah, because you didn't get sick. No one around me got sick. But like I said, everyone at Walmart's sick, so I don't know.
What's going around now is like the flu, because
it's a change of the seasons and stuff, too.
Yeah,
so
I definitely had like flu symptoms. I had body aches.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I don't think you got what's going around.
And Tony got a chest infection, which wasn't nothing like what you had either, so I don't know.
Well, it could have been more. It could have still gotten the flu. It's just affecting him worse because he has COPD.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
And I was also wondering if that's how Kate died at work.
I thought Kate died of
because she got sick.
Yeah, but she had I heard she had a urine or kidney situation.
Oh, right, or he said that.
Yeah.
So maybe. It was just something I was wondering because this all happened around the same time.
Yeah, so here's the thing, too. I guess we should bring that up. A coworker at our work did pass away last week pretty fast. I didn't know who she was at first because they said the name. It was like, when they said Kate died, my first thought was young Kate, who I talked to, right? The tall, thin, skinny girl. I was like, she died? And no, this is an older woman, Kate. And they showed me a photo of her. And I was like, oh, her. I think I talked to her like maybe twice in my life there. I didn't really have any real connection with her, but
I've talked to her a few times.
Yeah,
she's nice.
It just, I know a lot of people there took it pretty hard and understandable if they were close with her. I get that, but it just that sucks. I feel bad that that she passed, but it goes to show. I guess it could happen to anyone, anytime, really.
Yeah, because it happened quick. She got sick.
Yeah.
And then a couple days later, she died.
Yeah.
Passed away in the hospital.
Jeez. Insanity right there, I guess, because you just don't think it's going to happen. And there you go.
This episode has gone to a
I was gonna say.
dark note.
Well, we said we were going to hit everything. And
we've only hit Native's topics so far.
Well, we called
we talk about politics. We talk about sickness and death. And
this episode is called
Down with the Sickness.
This episode is called Down with the Sickness. Yeah. So, Race, your turn to give us something fun and joyful.
Fun and joyful? Well, Bill, you brought up to me that Deep Purple is releasing a new album.
Yes.
And it's on Amazon right now. It's not out yet. It's on there for pre-order, $35. It's called Equals One.
Ooh.
It's a double LP.
What is it, unreleased stuff or?
It's probably new stuff.
I think it's new stuff. I think they're recording.
They're still around making music.
They're all so old.
Yeah.
I thought they just broke up though. I don't think they still made music.
No, they've been around. They're still recording.
Still doing it.
Something.
I cannot believe Bill Got Me Alive album.
They're younger than Stones, aren't they?
Yeah, I think
so. Stones is around like the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deep Purple got their start in like 68, I think.
So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Stones just made an album last year.
But
really, they did too?
Oh
wow.
Not a very good one, but
Yeah, Purple, they're just old men now. They got nothing to sing about anymore.
Yeah, well,
That's true.
that's fair. Which is weird because another old band, Blue Oyster Cult, it seems like their newer stuff is better than their old stuff,
Yeah.
generally speaking.
I want to buy their album so bad, but they're all $70 for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's because they're. I feel like the older albums are more expensive.
Not usually. Usually it's like $30-$40.
Especially if they're like classics.
If
Like,
they're not
Blues-
well known, they're either really hard to find, so they're expensive, or they're just really fucked up and then they're cheap.
I think it just depends on who's like producing them
Or
or
who's selling
printing
it,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Blue Oyster Cult, they're kind of a classic band.
Oh yeah, classic
Yeah.
rock, yeah.
Yeah, which explains why their albums.
Yeah,
are
what
so
one are you
much.
looking
Yeah,
for?
but AC/DC albums are like $30.
But
they're
there's
like
there's so
precedent.
many of them.
I
Like
guess.
Blue Oyster
Yeah.
Cult's a little bit more like niche, kind of.
Niche.
I suppose.
Yeah, I forgot.
Because they
Blue
got a
Oyster-
few hits and the rest of their albums are like weird, funky. I don't even know.
Have you listened to the Blue Oyster Cult album? I haven't yet.
I've listened through most of their stuff and I forget like
I only know
everything.
like 2 songs. Like, Fear the
They
Reaper
just
and
ha-
Burn
yeah.
Me.
They just had an album come out in April, and I have yet to listen to it. If it's anything like their last album, the Symbol Remains, it's
Oh,
gonna be
Ghost.
good.
I think that one was actually pretty cheap on Amazon.
Because I really like the Symbol Remains, and if the Ghost Stories album is similar, then I might like it. But yeah, I haven't gone around. Which ones were you looking for though?
Their debut, which is not on Amazon. Yeah, Ghost Stories is $41 right now, which is awesome.
That's not too bad, yeah.
Yeah, Agents of Fortune.
Didn't you have
Fire of
Agents
Unknown.
Fortune?
I want a new one because
Oh,
the
you
one I
want
have
a
sounds
copy,
like
yeah,
ass.
yeah.
Probably Spectres. Yeah, I said Fire of Unknown Origin,
Fire, yeah, no,
and then that's probably it.
that's fair, right? Just the big ones.
Yeah, and you're looking for what's that one that they like released not too long ago?
This one, the Symbol Remains.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be bad to get Fire of the Unknown Origins as well.
yeah.
What did I miss?
Not
We're
much
talking about
Blue Oyster
prices
Cult.
of older albums. Like Blue
Yeah.
Oyster Cult.
Like used ones or like brand new
Like
stuff?
new ones.
New or even, yeah, just the fact that these old bands don't release new ones for a good price.
Yeah.
Or reprints, I guess, for a good price.
It's apparently on the Discogs thing there was an issue. I'm not sure if we talked about this before, but I'll bring it up just in case we didn't. Where if you sell stuff online there now, Discogs is like being really like almost like eBay like with things now. They want like a big percentage of the sale.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They're
they,
taking a cut?
They want people to sell with free shipping now instead of putting a shipping price.
I'm not against that.
Yeah, though the shipping is absurd on Discogs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
like the price of the record.
that's
Yeah.
I mean that's what I mean. Their records are gonna be super expensive now.
That's maybe
too.
that's why they're taking a cut, is to pay for shipping. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if they do pay for shipping or not, but
I don't know either. But yeah,
Everything
it's-
on there is like $100+. It's so miserable to try to get stuff.
yeah,
Unless you want
it's
some,
all
like-
collector stuff, so it's all
Yeah.
stuff that people have kept mint or whatnot, and it's not stuff where it's like, hey, it's good enough quality for us.
well,
right?
here's so Melissa's
We're not looking for an original printing on mint
I
condition.
guess, yeah.
Melissa's brother has a store.
Oh, he has a shitload. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a store. He's selling. First of all, he has 2,727 vinyls in his
That's a
collection.
lot of vinyls.
He's selling 812 right now, and he's got. So what his prices are like? He's selling a Black Sabbath LP for $62. This is
Huh?
American. Yeah.
You can find that for like
American,
30.
wow.
Well, this is also the. I'm guessing
Is
this
it
is
the original pressing?
original
I have
pressing.
an original pressing,
Is it in good
and I bought
condition?
it for like 30.
I'm guessing. Yeah, he's selling it for 62 American with 15 shipping, and
It's not a hard album to find.
it's 104 Canadian though, right?
If
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
104
very
make
good
it,
plus
can
or
make
something,
That's
then
what
like
I don't
maybe.
think mine's that bad. Like mine's not terrible condition, but it's not like mint condition, but it's still like not.
$300.
Well, he's had a few on here that were super pricey, yeah, but like,
It's just price gouging is what it is.
It really is.
but it's because Discogs is taking money. That's the problem.
I guess.
Discogs is taking a piece because they're selling on their website.
Yeah.
It's like eBay. You know, I sell something on eBay for $20. They take like $5 out of it.
Yeah,
That's unfair, but they do. That's just so. That's why prices are so high.
They do have to make a profit. They are a business, and they have to keep the website up. But
like, oh look,
I feel like it's better to
he's
just
selling
get
House of Pain
advertisements.
for $52. I own this album, but still,
House of 50. Jesus.
I'm guessing he
Christ.
got rid of that because he had it in his collection. Oh, maybe I need to look at this now and see. That's what I mean. It's just weird to see how high the prices are now on Discogs for things. Yeah. So I mean, I think eBay is the better way to go to buy used vinyls.
I mean, it's
or
been
new
the best
vinyls
way to
even.
buy used stuff for a while.
If you're in Canada, make sure you use ebay.ca.
Yes.
ebay.com because I screwed myself over so bad. I bought 2 records for the price of 4.
Although sometimes you buy American stuff on eBay.
Plus some money.
Yeah, plus a few extra dollars.
Yes.
And make sure it says Canada.
Yeah, it's tricky. The joys of eBay. Let's see if he got rid of his house. Now I'm curious if he got rid of his House of Pain. That's House. I want to put House of Pain. There we go. Let's see. Did he get rid of it? No, he still. So he had 2.
Yeah.
So he must have had an original and a new one or something.
Yeah. Probably something new.
All right. Well, with that being said, should we wrap it up? Getting pretty long here.
Sure. What are we at?
57.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize we are going to go that long today. All right.
It'll be shorter when we trim it, but
yeah.
There was something that should be trimmed.
There's things should be trimmed like Matt's goatee.
I do trim it.
No, we need it shorter.
Oh, you want it
just
short?
buzz cut.
I want no goatee, just a mustache again.
Maybe cut the mustache a little bit short on the ends.
That's it.
Yeah,
We'll all do
just
mustaches. All of us.
In November.
In November.
I'll trim
For
my
November.
goatee just as soon as you cut your hair, Bill.
As soon as I cut my hair?
Yeah.
Friday, buddy.
Really?
I already told her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
It's okay. Before we go, before I end this,
How short are you cutting it?
so it's like,
Are you gonna shut it like here?
yeah, no,
or
so
like,
I can go like that, like I can, it'll probably be down to here, like so I can
Oh,
like
so
still.
Really, that short?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm thinking that, yeah, because it's getting. Does long hair piss you off now, Race? Like, are you getting to the
Oh
point?
yeah.
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 How about you, Jackson?
No.
What do you,
I still like it.
yeah, but your hair's pretty thick.
It's really thick.
Enjoy it while you have it. No, not like that. His is super thick.
Yours way more thick than mine. I have mine.
I know, but
My hair's thin as hell, and I'm balding. It's miserable.
Yeah, I was gonna say yours is really thin.
are you really that balding now?
It's not terrible.
'Cause I don't see it.
Has it made?
Well,
has
because
it
it's getting
gotten
covered up.
worse?
Because it's like,
Oh,
You
I
know.
see what you mean. Receipt.
Oh, it's back on this side. Yeah.
yeah, it's not
You
good.
still have
You
this
got-
though,
you
at
got the
least.
crowns
Yeah,
and
that's the only
horns.
thing keeping this together. And my hair's thin though, so if I get like a little bit sweaty, you can start seeing through it.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'm the odd one out here because I'm the only one with short hair.
This guy's got the most
hair.
gorgeous hairline I've ever
I
seen in my
got
life.
a perfect
Yeah,
hairline.
Yeah,
like
let's see that.
Mine's slightly worse than his.
Let's
but
see.
yeah.
Look at this hairline. Look at that,
It's
dude.
just-
That's literally a
straight.
perfect hairline.
Wow.
Thank you.
And you don't grow your hair out.
No.
I feel like he
'Cause I
looks
don't
more
want-
like Peter Dinklage when he does this. I don't know why. When you have your hair up, you look more like.
Actually, you
Peter
know what though?
Dinklage.
Looking at your hairline, Jackson, because I had yours when I was your age,
It's
so
pretty straight. It goes
you're
up a
going to
little
start
bit,
to go on the
but
side
yeah,
as
I
you get
think so.
older. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I can tell there's already horns being made.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm gonna rock the Kim Mitchell where I let it just go all the way back and just keep it long anyway.
Nice.
Just wear a hat.
Do the Kevin at work because he's holding on to his.
He does not look
Just
great.
do the one strip, the mohawk
Really
strip,
do.
just all the way down.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, now let's talk for fans listening. Let us know your favorite hairstyles, and we'll see if we can do that. But yeah, this has been an interesting conversation today for the new apartment radio podcast. Podcast. Oh, all right. So, I guess thanks, Matt, for coming out for this one.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
I
it's
always
always
love being
fun to
on-
have you here.
being on the
Race,
show.
about time you're back again. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
More
tour's
welcome.
over, so
Oh, for now, we'll see what happens next time. You might be on tour again. And of course, once again, a big thanks to the producer, Jackson, who is the heart and soul of this. It wasn't for him.
Like my shirt says, I'm dead inside.
He's dead inside, but he makes a pretty good rye bread, that is. If you want rye bread, come down to the Loaf of Bread store located in Yamisburg.
Yam
All right. And of course, I am the wacky guy who hosts this bill, who tries to steer the ship into a direction that somehow always goes off chart anyhow.
That's the idea.
It's beautiful, isn't it? All right. So with that being said, for behalf of everyone here, Jackson and I only have one word to say to you all. Peace.